victim's family does feel very insulted by the police. They were not, and probably because of the fact that they are poor or they belong to a caste, to a lower caste than presumably what the hierarchy in the village.
I'll give you one example of the kind of insult that they spoke about. A couple of days when the postmortem report arrived, the family wanted to see the postmortem report. The district magistrate allegedly refused to share the postmortem report with them, refused to show them a copy of the postmortem report. And when they asked why, the DM had to say that you people are uneducated. You people, even if I showed you the report, you wouldn't understand it because it's written in English. Now the family has taken great offense to this because they say that maybe, let's say, the father of the victim can't read the report, or maybe he doesn't know English. But of course, there are people in the family, in the community, who could read English. I mean, there are people who are educated, they can read English, and they felt it was a great insult to them. In fact, the family tells me that the district magistrate had the copy of the postmortem in his mobile phone. He brought it out of his pocket to show the family, and then again he kept the phone back, saying that you people can't read English. How will you understand this?
There were reports in the media, and of course unconfirmed reports, that the district magistrate kicked the girl's father in the chest, and tried to tell him, and there was some that we are the only ones who will be there for you once the media madness is over, and once the media returns back to their TV studios.
So these are two different incidents. One is threatening the family, about which a video of which had emerged and had gone viral. The other incident is of the father allegedly being kicked in his chest by the police or the district officials. These are two different incidents. Let me give you a little background on the two incidents. One is a video in which the Hathras DM is allegedly threatening the family that the media will be gone one day and we will be the only people. If the accused family is to blame, even you are to blame, and this caused much uproar and outrage. So that's one incident. About this particular incident, I spoke to district authorities, and they have got to say that it was a small clip taken out of context. The initial parts or the ending part of the conversation was not put forward, and it was mischievously presented to the media to show the DM in poor light. He did not intend to threaten. This is what the district authorities have got to say. As far as the victim's father being kicked in the chest, there's a little background story to this. Over the last 2 days, when the media was not being allowed into the village, and the victim's family was not allowed to go out and speak to the media, a young boy from the family, a relative of the victim, he managed to escape from the village and meet the media, and he made allegations that the DM had kicked the victim's father in the chest. So today I asked these questions to the family. The family says that the boy actually left the village without speaking to other family members. When he came back, he was scolded by the family, and that some allegations he made were actually not true. The DM did not kick the victim's father in the chest yesterday, day before yesterday. This is what the family has to say. This is what the victim's brothers, mother have to say. They say that another relative of the victim was allegedly kicked in the chest by the DM on the night of the cremation. So that's different from what happened, what the allegations
Okay,
are made.
so Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has suspended the DSP, the SP, a couple of other inspectors. What do they have to say about these suspensions?
They are very angry that the district magistrate of Hathras has not been suspended. No action has been taken against him so far. They blame the district administration, the district magistrate in particular, for the plight, for allegedly threatening them, for seizing their phones, for not letting them attend the cremation. So the main grouse is against the DM, who has not been suspended so far.
What happened actually on that night of the cremation? We all saw visuals of the family lying in front of the ambulance, begging to take their daughter home for a couple of minutes.
Take you from the time when the victim passed away at Safdarjung Hospital and when she was brought to Delhi. So after she passed away, the family, there was a brother who was shown the body right before the postmortem. But they say that after the postmortem, they were not shown the body. They wanted to take the body along with them to the village, but the UP administration, they took away the body in an ambulance, and the family was left behind. And it was then that they began a protest in Delhi, which was widely covered by the media over there. And when the family came back, and they came back without the body. The body was brought separately. They were they wanted the body to be brought to the home. They wanted to cremate it the next morning. The administration allegedly promised them that the cremation would happen at 6 a.m. But they suddenly got to know that the body is not being brought back to the house. It's being cremated around 500 meters from the house. And it was then that some women members of the family, they ran out. They ran to the ambulance. They did not want to move from there, but they say that they were heckled, they were pushed, and they were sent back to the house. So after that, the family, this is separate. This is actually different from what news reports have emerged so far. Uh, the family says that they were not locked up by the police or the authorities. They locked themselves inside the house in the hope that if they lock themselves inside, the police wouldn't go ahead with the cremation. But that is not what happened. Without the family's presence, the victim was cremated. In the fields, the family alleges that petrol was used as a burning material to set the fire on fire.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
after that, the police. I just spoke to the district administration, and one authority, one official, he went on record to say that the grandfather of the victim, the uncle of the victim, and there were around 5, 6 relatives who were present for the cremation. They also put out a video. So I asked the family that aspect. They said that the grandfather who the police are referring to is a distant grandfather, which they don't even have good terms. They don't live here; they live elsewhere in the village. And the other people who were brought in for the cremation, they did not belong immediately to the family. The father, the mother, the brother, the sister of the victim, they were not there for the cremation. And so that's the issue.